Hello, gamers and horror enthusiasts. Welcome back to H Games. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most chilling and mind-bending games of recent times, Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. While the previous chapter introduced us to the eerie Playtime Company factory and the terrifying Huggy Wuggy, Chapter 2 expands the world, revealing even darker secrets, more gruesome creatures, and plenty of spine-tingling moments. If you thought Chapter 1 left you with more questions than answers, buckle up, this installment will have your brain spinning with new mysteries, deeper lore, and a plethora of clues hinting at the true nature of Playtime Company. In today's video, I'll guide you through the plot highlights, uncover hidden details, and propose my personal theories about what's really happening in this twisted world. So grab your grab pack, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into the horrors of Chapter 2. The game picks up right where Chapter 1 left off. After freeing Poppy from her glass case, our protagonist hopes for an easy escape. But nothing is ever simple in the world of Poppy Playtime. The factory opens up, both figuratively and literally, introducing us to new areas like the game station and Elliot Ludwig's office. While the plot recap is intriguing, the real meat of this chapter lies in the subtle environmental storytelling. From the artwork made by children to cryptic VHS tapes, every detail tells a story, one that's both haunting and deeply tragic. Elliot Ludwig's tragic backstory is hinted at heavily in Chapter 2. Losing his family seemingly drives him to desperation, culminating in experiments involving resurrection. But here's the twist, was Ludwig trying to resurrect his loved ones, or was he creating something entirely new? The references to poppy flowers, a symbol of both death and rebirth, are no coincidence. Enter the star antagonist of Chapter 2, Mommy Longlegs. Equal parts terrifying and tragic, Mommy rules the game station with a mix of childlike playfulness and murderous intent. Her creepy design, a mix of elasticity and decay, echoes the idea that she's been left to rot in this factory for far too long. But Mommy isn't just a villain, she's a victim of the factory's experiments. According to the tapes, she's an experiment gone wrong, infused with the psyche of a human woman named Mary Payne. Her maternal instincts are intact, but they've been twisted by her grotesque new form. Is Mommy really evil? Or is she simply reacting to the betrayal of Playtime Company? Her connection to the children raises some interesting questions. Could she have been trying to protect them, only to have her instincts exploited by the company? And what does her gruesome death say about the morality of the protagonist's actions? Chapter 2 introduces several new mechanics, including the Green Hand, which allows players to store electricity and solve more complex puzzles. The game's musical memory, Whack-a-Wuggy, and statues are more than just challenges. They're psychological tests designed to push players to their limits. The puzzles in Chapter 2 feel significantly more polished than in Chapter 1, though they're not without their frustrations. Musical memory, in particular, ramps up the tension brilliantly. It's not just about quick reflexes, it's about staying calm under pressure, a theme that resonates throughout the chapter. One of the most unsettling revelations in Chapter 2 is the factory's true purpose. Far from being a mere toy company, Playtime Company is revealed to have been conducting horrifying experiments on children. The seemingly innocent tours were a cover for kidnapping orphans and using them as test subjects. This revelation adds a layer of darkness to the game's lore. Suddenly, the playful imagery of the game station becomes deeply sinister. The toys are no longer just creepy, they're symbols of exploitation and suffering. The ethical implications here are chilling. By the end of the chapter, it's clear that the protagonist isn't just fighting for survival, they're uncovering the depths of human greed and cruelty. But this begs the question, is the protagonist complicit in these experiments? The tapes suggest they might be more involved than they realize. The final moments of the chapter introduce us to the mysterious experiment 1006. This skeletal, clawed figure drags away Mommy Longlegs' corpse, leaving players with more questions than answers. Experiment 1006 appears to be the culmination of Playtime Company's experiments, a creature that's both intelligent and brutal. Could it be the true antagonist of the series, pulling the strings behind the scenes? Or is it simply another pawn in the factory's twisted games? One intriguing possibility is that 1006 isn't a single entity but a hive mind, composed of parts from various failed experiments. This would explain its intelligence and its ability to outmaneuver the factory's security systems. The chapter ends on a shocking note as Poppy, seemingly our ally, betrays the protagonist. Her motivations remain unclear, but her cryptic dialogue suggests she has her own agenda. Poppy's behavior could hint at a larger conspiracy. Is she acting of her own free will, or is she being controlled by something or someone else? Her actions suggest she sees the protagonist as a tool, one that she's willing to manipulate to achieve her goals. Chapter 2 leaves us with more questions than answers, setting the stage for an even darker and more complex Chapter 3. With its blend of psychological horror, engaging gameplay, and rich lore, Poppy Playtime is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing horror franchises in gaming. But what do you think? Is Mommy Longlegs truly evil, or just another victim? What's the true nature of Experiment 1006? And what role will Poppy play in the chapters to come? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of gaming horror. See you in the next video, and remember, stay out of the toy factory.